Hello guys, and welcome to a new Steel Division video today by me, Vulcan. Today I have for you a 2 vs 2 on Merderet, and in this one I'm going to be playing with the 15th Infantry Scots. I'm playing with Haymaker once again, who's using the 4th Armoured, and we're playing against Jarl Conrad, who's using the 9th Panzer, and Jacob Kolosek, who's using the 352nd Infantry. Sorry if I butchered your name there, Jacob, but either way, here we are on Merderet, and I'm going to be taking the left side in this one with the 15th Infantry Scots. I was hoping to kind of play around the AVREs. I haven't done it in a little while, and it's always very fun to play around the heavy tanks. So you're going to be seeing like AVREs, Churchill 7s. I'm also probably going to be bringing the Churchill 5s at some point. And then all the while, Haymaker's going to be making use of the Hellcats on the right side in the more open fields. So let's set it to my point of view, and I'll talk through kind of where I was going to go in terms of putting my troops down. So obviously this road's very important over on this left side. You want to make sure that you don't get pushed through here. You want to make sure you don't get pushed through here. And there's also a small road that goes through here to the main center area that you also have to be a little bit worried about. But this one mainly requires you to have troops come down either from this side or from this side. Generally what happens when people deploy to go to the center, they send them all down the mid road, come all the way down to here and then turn in, which is definitely something you can do. The only risk of doing that is obviously we could set up an AT gun like this far back and you could literally shoot vehicles as they come around the corner. But then again, you can obviously turn here and come up into the compound that way as well. There's quite a lot of roads on this map, honestly. You can see them all on the right in the mini-map. So either way, yeah, going to be starting off with a couple of AT guns. One's going to be on this left side, of course, covering the road. Then I had one that was going to go just about here. You can see if you put it in that sort of tree line next to the bridge, you get line of sight all the way down that road, which is really, really nice. If you have a 1,200 meter AT gun and you put it there, like later on, like an M5 gun, then you could easily snipe past this bridge, which is really quite awesome for completely denying the use of that road to the enemy. Here's the AVRE coming down, and I've got that accompanied by a recon squad for the left side. I've also got the standard rifle command squad combo going on, so let's just speed things up and get stuff underway. Got another recon sort of heading to that help marker here. Just going to be dropping him off into the edge of this tree line to give us an idea of what's happening over there. Okay, so looks like Haymaker is going to be making use of the M4105 on the right side. Very good, especially against the 352nd actually, because they have the Pak 38s. Pak 38s struggle penetrating 10 armor at max range because they only have 10 AP. So this M4105 is absolutely fantastic, and that's one thing that makes the 4th Armoured pretty damn strong at the start. Anyway, here goes our AVRE. It's an absolute beast, this thing. It's so damn awesome. You know, casually driving through a bush there. But, yeah, very, very cool vehicle. Then I have my other convoy up here, dragging along those AT guns to their positions. Let me show you guys where I have my units laid out. So this is going to be a rifle squad with a command squad with a AT gun there. Then I've got a rifle squad going to the center just to sort of cover that off. We have a bunch of units on this left side. AT gun. We've even got an MG here. That MG is actually going to go into this tree line because Vickers HMGs, they have the 600 meter range, I think it is, and therefore this tree line to this tree line is the perfect distance for that Vickers HMG, which is why I'm bringing it in there. So we're not quite pushing a +1 yet, but our troops are just about coming up to the 50-50. Going to be a Panzer II on the main road. 6-pounder goes for the shot, is going to miss, and Jarl Conrad's going to move that out of line of sight. 51% now, since Haymaker's pushing a little bit of salient. Looks like Jacob on the right side didn't push too much down these train tracks, which has left a little bit of gap in the front line there. I'm also actually getting these rifles quite far up as well, especially considering the 50-50s around this tree line area. So any any ground beyond that is a bonus. So having this rifle squad here, for example, is very good. So 6-pounder sneaking up. We've got the rifle leader here in position. I've got the AVRE moving up as well. Recon squad sort of keeping an eye on the left side. And I also have the MMG carrier there that I eventually want to use to push up the left as well. But here comes the enemy mortar fire. Inevitable, really. Should always expect mortar fire at the start of the game. Most people will be bringing mortars at this point. In the life cycle of Steel Division, they're just so damn powerful, and well, with it slightly pinned down and falling back, he's going to take advantage of that by moving up the 251 and the Befehl Panzer II to take it out. So my AVRE, he can't really do too much against Panzer II. He can destroy the 251 half-track, but that's about it. We're going to go for a little push into the middle here. Haymaker brought over a couple of armoured LMG rifles alongside his M3A1 half-tracks. I'm moving up my rifle squad and bringing in another command squad to make stuff not surrender. And I do get pretty close to the buildings here, but I am going to be pinned down by an enemy Panzer Grenadier squad briefly. Now, one thing that would have made this push would have been really, really good. Only issue is our comrades using a 251-9, and those vehicles are just like so good at taking out half-tracks. So all our half-track support is completely useless now. Also, you'll see there the rifle squad got taken up by the Flampanzer and also the infantry. 6-pounders trying to have a go at the 259 is going to miss 2 shots. 1 shot went for the 251 and missed. 1 shot goes for the 259 and misses. But we do manage to get that half-track, which was good. I lose one of my MMG carriers that was pushing through with that infantry. I've got another recon squad coming to the right side. This is quite simply to spot any AT guns as I want to move forwards my AVRE. On this right side, rifles moving forwards with the armoured leader, taking advantage of the salient there, and that's giving us the +1 mainly at the moment. Also seeing the 259 trying to get involved with hitting these rifles. He's going to be starting to push me with these Panzergrens, and I'm just going to fall back because I know that I'll lose at distance. If you see these MG42s, that's 9 HE at, like, you know, 600 or 800. That's just probably 400 meter range. Yeah, 400 meter range normally. But if I drag my rifles back, we sort of equalize. I actually get a more of an advantage because at 100 meter range, I can use my Sten guns and the rifles, which gives us 8 HE versus the Panzergrens 5 HE at close range. So I'm just pulling back into the forest, hoping that he takes the bait, moves towards me, and then I can try and crush him that way around. So obviously you can see in hindsight here there wasn't even an AT gun on the left side, so moving forwards this AVRE to like take out the Panzergrens or whatever would have been very easy to do. But you've always got to be careful, and until I have some recon here to know exactly what's going on, I'm not going to push that left side. Instead I was going to decide to bring over my AVRE to the right side to try and help out with the Panzergrens that are of course pushing us. Now again here we got Panzergrens moving in for the kill onto the rifles and rifle leader. At close range, the rifle and the rifle leader are actually pretty decent against Panzergrens, so you can see I'm chunking those Panzergrens quite nicely. But here comes the Flampanzer, and the Piat from the rifle leader misses, so there you go. They get pinned down by the flames, and that's pretty much job done. I try and move up the command carrier against, but not going to work out. I want to get out of the way of this 259 that's moving up. I do have a 6-pounder sneaking through the forest, trying to use that. It was on this side of the river, on that line of sight that I was showing you guys earlier, but I'll just push it through this tree line all the way up, and it's finally getting towards the mansion where I will hopefully be able to kill the half-tracks with the 6-pounder. But if I am in range of the Flampanzer, then it won't end well. Here we go. 1 shot misses, a 2-star veterancy. Second shot should get the kill, and most certainly does. Now we have Haymakers, armoured LMG rifles, trying to get the kills onto the Pioneer Fuhrer and Panzergrens here, but the Flampanzer coming around, really doing a lot of damage to the infantry push that we got going on here. Haymaker's going to try and move up an AVRE. My AVRE or not an AVRE, an M8 cavalry, sorry. My AVRE is going to destroy the 259 here. Tries to have a shot at my AVRE, just gets absolutely blown the crap out of. Like 2 armor, an AVRE can kill. But if it's anything more, like 4 armor of that Panzer II, unfortunately not going to be the case. Now the M8 cavalry there does take out the Marder that was brought in to reinforce, so that's another unit down there. And on this left side I've actually got a Honey Stewart joining my MG carrier and pushing up onto the 251. That's going to allow my Recce squad to continue to move up. Now on the main road here, going to be using the MMG carrier and the command carrier to start hammering the Panzergrenz briefly. He's going to start to move around the Panzer II, and I'm going to have to get out of the way of that. Do take a weapon damage, unfortunately, onto the command carrier, which removes its ammunition. But with the enemy units dead here, I'm going to be moving up my 6-pounder. Honey should potentially be able to take care of this half-track at that range, but the second shot just killing the Honey before it gets pinned down, and that was really unfortunate. So I'm going to be just trying that again with the second Honey, because I should be able to make that work. 6-pounder is trying to get like line of sight onto this mortar that's behind the tree line, and what I'm going to do here is get one of my rifle squads to charge down that AT gun as well. Since there's still some Panzergrenz here and I do actually have line of sight onto this mortar, I'm going to be trying to fire at that with the Honey. So 2 shots missed. I'm going to be going for the 3rd shot. Missed again. And honestly, I have not been having much luck with how well my units aim lately, but there we go. Honey taking out the mortar eventually. And I'm able to move on here. Going to be using the command carriers as bait for the Honey, and then I'll be able to move him up and try and take out the AT gun there. I've also got the rifles moving up that way as well. On this left side, MG carrier really doing a lot of work against Panzergrenz. We take out the Spear Troop as well with the Honey, and I got some rifle reinforcements on the way as well. The 6-pounder is going to be moved up here. That's going to be forcing their units to fall back. Managed to take out the mortar. Also would like to take out the 251 and bailed it out. Lovely jubbly. And this is where the push is going to come through. So rifles are pushing up with Haymaker through the salient still, the armoured leader there. On this right side, Jacob's trying to push back with a bunch of Osttruppen and the Panzer 35s, which is actually doing quite a lot of work at the moment. Cavalry scouts are in the way though. If Haymaker can use the cavalry scouts to take out the Panzer 35s, that should remove a lot of that threat on the right side. My Honey Stewart does go down to the Panzer II Lux at close range. Not really much chance of my Honey getting away from that unless he lands the first shot, because these Panzer II Lux, they're so damn quick. And my rifle leader trying to use its Piats to take out the Panzer II, and as reliable as Piats go, I mean 3rd shot lucky, right? So there we go, finally take down the Panzer II. Rifle leader's now got 1 shot left. And I'm bringing up a Churchill 5 here to do the job. AVRE still hanging out on this road, hoping to basically kill off any more Panzergrenz that get in his way. Should have had this rifle squad move to the left really, and then I would have been able to, you know, see the Panzergrenz here and use the AVRE more effectively. But since I was making a lot of ground in the centre area here with the Honey and so on, I'm just pushing up this way instead. Got a couple of rifles here, and I'm going to be joining them with a Churchill 5 soon, just to take out any more of this infantry. And we also have the M4 Abrams coming up from Haymaker to take out the Flampanzer. Pack 38 goes down here after rifles have been running after it. Command carrier helps out, and so does the Honey. Got my command carrier here going for the pin onto the Pack 38, and the same thing happens. Pack 38 gets pinned just as it gets the kill shot. Really, really frustrating. And that probably was the name of the game. Look on this left side, Churchill 5 came past the tree line. I didn't realise this was happening because I was focusing elsewhere on the map, but when I look back, I gave it the order to like reverse out of there. Eventually, however, the Panzer II Lux gets the kill because at that close range, you are pushing the AP value just enough to get the kill. But oh my god, Panzer II Lux taken out of Churchill, how embarrassing. That was not very fun at all. Then we got the M4 and the Churchill trying to take on the Panzer IV-J here. Haymaker's mortars are being hit a little bit there, but he's now brought up a Hellcat to help out. I should be able to deal with the Panzer IIIs quite nicely actually. Panzer IIIs are very inaccurate, so the Hellcat has a decent chance of getting on target before the Panzer III does. Now I'm bringing up some rifles here. Haymaker has to be careful that his M4 doesn't get taken out by the Panzerfausts, so we're sort of playing around that at the moment. But huge gap in the middle here, massive breakthrough. Got the rifles really far up. I've got the honey into the orchard on the left side of these guys. Could have probably gone for like a flanking maneuver to take out the Panzer IV and the Panzer II Lux, but didn't work out this time round. And down here you can see the Panzergrens. They're actually going to break the tracks of my AVRE, take a shot to the face, and like I said before, if this rifle squad had just moved to the left and revealed those Panzergrens, the AVRE could have just done the job there and it wouldn't have had its tracks broken. But anyway, to deal with this Panzer II Lux on the left side, just bringing up a Churchill 7. This thing has 15 armor. There is no chance that the Lux can kill it. Can still knock out the crew though, with a special hit there. I don't even know. Churchill 7 not managing to get the kill because of its crew being knocked out. Okay, Hellcat and Abrams comes to the right side, takes out the Panzer IV and the Lux there. I could have had the honey come in from the left side at the same time, but there we go. Got a 17-pounder moving up here. That's going to be trying to cover the main road, the main reinforcement road, as we have now secured the +2 with the 61% territory lead. We've got to still take care of this Flam Panzer. I'm kind of moving up the command Stuart. I've got the rifles in there and the rifle leader. I'm going to try and like take that out if I can. AT gun gets spotted by the armoured leader of Haymaker, and that's pretty much all that's there then. And I know that now, so I can move the rifles in to do the job. So the command Stuart kind of takes the fire for the Flam Panzer, and that allows me to use the rifle leader to kill it off. There's some spear troop here that was discovered by the rifle leader, so the Vickers there going to be able to get on target. We've also got the Churchill helping out as well. Pack 38 goes down in the mid. Going to be taking out the spear troop on the left. And with his tracks broken, this AVRE really can't do too much. There's now a Panzer IV firing on him. He's got 2-star veterancy, he's got 14 AP, and he's currently sitting at 800 meter range. So he has probably 16 AP on a 15 armor. It's like 16% chance of penetration. Trying to move over the 6-pounder to get the shot on. So just hoping that the AVRE stays alive, but unfortunately that's going to pay off eventually after so many shots, and the AVRE goes down. So yeah, it was kind of annoying. I was getting hit by these like special modifiers quite a lot in this game. Obviously taking the crew knockout on the Churchill 5 on the left and on the Churchill 7 as well. The 16% chance penetration, killing off the AVRE before the 6-pounder gets there. Obviously there was a Panzergren squad there anyway, but still was frustrating. My rifle leader's going to finish off the Pioneer Fuhrer and get rid of that little blob in our back line. And Assault Pioneer is going to get forced to unload early. Now it's just a matter of moving over the Churchill 7 to deal with the Panzer IVs. Good thing about the 15th Infantry Scots actually, especially against the 9th Panzer, is the 9th Panzer is focusing mostly on their Panzer IVs and Tiger combo. And both of those actually have trouble killing the Churchill 7s. So you're in a pretty good spot honestly with the Scots in general, going up against the 9th Panzer. You also have way more infantry, and you can see I've got loads coming in. I've got the Command Stuarts coming in with the rifle squads, and these Command Stuarts are fantastic. They have the 50 cal and the 30 cal. Rifles moving up on the left side as well, just securing us as much ground as possible, which is currently giving us the +3. We've now got Haymaker bringing in the B-26B Marauder, and my 17 pounder here actually goes ahead and takes out a half-track in the field here as well. So the idea of these rifles plus the Command Stuart is quite simply to just secure the far side tree line after I did lose my rifle squad all the way up here. That should be pretty simple to do once I got my Churchill in position. Now seeing this SDKFZ, that can only mean one thing, and that is a Flak 88. And just as I realised, there it is. There's the Flak 88, sitting all the way back there. Gonna get the tracks broken onto my Command Stuart. My rifle squads were actually unloaded early, but my rifle leader there is going to be in a bit of a pickle. Got a couple of assault pioneers moving up. Got to be very careful with my Churchill 7 at this point. Either way, the Churchill 7 here is on the way, and that will hopefully be able to deal with whatever I come up against here. Churchill 5 going to be finding the Panzer 4 at that range. Panzer 4 can penetrate, but not going to do half as much morale damage, so I've got the accuracy advantage for sure. And well, B-26B Marauder are going to be coming in, pinning down the Flak 88, and with the Air Force coming in there and forcing the Panzer 4 and half-track back as well, I've actually got the Honey to come out of cover and take a few shots. Making the Panzer 4 fall back there. I've actually got an AT gun on the way, but that's going to get picked off by the 251-17. And that was kind of annoying as well. Churchill 7 still missing its target on the Panzer 4. It literally hasn't hit a shot. It's 1-star veterancy, 5 accuracy, and it's just not hitting its mark today. I mean, there you go, another shot, just not hitting its target. Oh lord. Either way, time for some AA. Yes, we have Haymaker with a bunch of B-26B Marauders hanging about, but we're still going to need some AA eventually to stop them getting shot down. Churchill finally takes out the Panzer 4, does get a shot onto the 259 and bails it out, which gives a little bit of cover to my rifles now. So I should hopefully be able to move them up. I've also got my Command Stuart on the way back as well. So with the Flak 88 on this left side pinned down, I'm able to push forwards the Churchill through the field and help the support of these assault pioneers and rifles as they try and take out these Panzergrens. Now basically what I'm trying to do here is get the TNT on target into these Spear Troop and the Panzer Grenadiers, and I managed to take out the half-track there, which was good. But what I'm going to do is actually move back this assault pioneer, move this one in, and basically try and do the grenade swap. That assault pioneer dies before I bring it back, but if I can release that grenade and then do a runner, I should be able to take out the Panzergrens and the Spear Troop there, which basically stops them from pushing through the tree line. So B-26B Marauder going to still be hammering the 88. I've actually got my Bofors on target now as well, so that's going to be slowly wrecking the 88 there, and there we go, we get the kill. Also got the 17 pounder moving up now, and that's going to be in position to bail out the BEO Panzer 4. Got the Churchill 5 moving up, and that's going to be accompanied by plenty of rifles as we continue to push forwards. On the right side, Jacob has just been completely broken now. Haymaker leading the way with the cavalry scouts and following up with the Hellcat combination with the M4 105. I've also got my Churchill 5 here helping out with some of this infantry as well. So there is a Tiger on the road, but only 1 minute and 50 seconds left on the clock. So just got to kind of avoid that now with the Churchill, and we should be fine. Now if he gets close, the Churchill should be able to actually take it out. Probably not going to go for that engagement anyway, as I am just kind of trying to secure this left side, using the command studio to push forwards first, following it up with the Churchill 7, and got all the rifles here as well. Haymaker's trying to make a little bit of ground on the left side as well with the M5A1s. So +4, 58 seconds left. We completely broke through. I've also got the 17-pounder coming up the main road to add insult to injury. Churchill 5 taking out the MG42 there. B-26B Marauder almost gets shot down by the Focke-Wulf 190, but the amount of 50 cals we have here with Haymaker going to force that to fall back. The 17-pounder has arrived. Just going to try and wheel that up into the 1,200 meter range to take out the Tiger. And then we would be fine, but again, 20 seconds left on the clock. I brought up a couple of 25-pounds at this point, just to try and enforce the lead, because they are bringing in these 88s to try and defend. And 25-pounders are pretty much one of the best things to take out those 88s. But as we hit the end of the game there, that is a total victory after 23 minutes and 17 seconds. Not too bad. So if we jump over to the team scores, 1,870 kills to 1,060 losses for me. And for Haymaker, 1,865 kills to 565 losses. Did a lot better in terms of KD. Unfortunately, I suffered from losing the Churchill 5, the AVRE, just to kind of silly things. And yeah, that was just kind of annoying. Anyway, unfortunately, my voice is kind of going on me, so I'm going to have to leave it here. You can have a quick scan through the kills if you like, just pause it if you want to take a better look. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.